For the vast majority of human history, reproduction wasn't something we engineered. It was an inevitability. If a man and a woman cohabited, children followed. But over the last few decades, a quiet systemic shift has occurred. Today, roughly 1 in 6 people globally are affected by infertility. Clinics are booming, waiting lists are stretching, and millions of couples are realizing that the fundamental biological mechanism of our species is suddenly hitting a massive bottleneck. If you look at this through the lens of pure mathematics, natural human reproduction has always been surprisingly inefficient compared to other mammals. Under ideal conditions, a young, perfectly healthy couple has only about a 25% chance of conceiving in any given month. But today, we've introduced variables into that equation that the human body never evolved to handle. The result? That 25% is plummeting. This isn't a story about a sudden, mysterious medical plague. It is a story about a profound mismatch between our ancient biology and the modern world we built. Throughout this video, we are going to look past the panic, break down the data, and look at exactly why this is happening and what science says we can do to fix it. So hit the like and subscribe button. It helps this video reach more people. The most significant driver of modern infertility isn't chemical or environmental. It's chronological. Sociologically, we have shifted the timeline of parenthood. Education, career stabilization, housing markets, and financial security mean that the average age of a first-time parent has pushed well into the 30s. Biologically, however, our cells didn't get the memo. Unlike men who produce new sperm every 74 days, women are born with all the eggs they will ever have. Those cells age with them. They sit in the tissue, exposed to decades of ambient cellular stress. By age 30, about 90% of a woman's ovarian reserve is gone. By age 35, the remaining eggs have a higher statistical probability of chromosomal abnormalities, leading to a sharp decline in conception rates and a sharp rise in miscarriages. And let's correct a common piece of misinformation. This isn't just a female issue. The data shows that advanced paternal age, fathers over 40, significantly reduces the chances of conception and increases genetic risks. We have created a society where economic readiness occurs at exactly the moment biological readiness begins to decay. That is our first major bottleneck. But age doesn't explain everything. If you take a 25-year-old male today and compare him to a 25-year-old male from 1970, their biological profiles are fundamentally different. In 2022, a massive global meta-analysis confirmed a terrifying trend. Sperm counts worldwide have dropped by over 50% in the last 50 years. And the acceleration isn't slowing down. Why? Because our environment has become a complex chemical cocktail. We live surrounded by endocrine-disrupting chemicals, or EDCs. These molecules are structural mimics. To your endocrine system, a phthalate or a plasticizer looks close enough to an estrogen or testosterone molecule to bind to its receptors. They don't poison you immediately. Instead, they gently turn the dials of your hormonal system. They lower testosterone, disrupt spermatogenesis, and alter ovulation cycles. Combine this chemical background noise with our metabolic reality. Human biology evolved under conditions of scarcity and high physical exertion. Today, we exist in an environment of caloric abundance and chronic sedation. Obesity and insulin resistance directly alter sex hormone-binding globulin, creating a state of functional hypogonadism in men and triggering conditions like polycystic ovary syndrome in women, which is now one of the leading causes of female infertility worldwide. We are asking our bodies to reproduce while simultaneously sending them biochemical signals that we are under metabolic and environmental stress. So how do we fix this? Panicking solves nothing. Panic is unscientific. Instead, we have to look at the interventions that yield measurable and statistically significant results. We divide the solutions into 2 categories: systemic lifestyle adjustments and targeted medical technology. First, let's look at what couples can control immediately. The data shows that reversing insulin resistance through targeted dietary intervention is the single most effective non-clinical lever a couple can pull. For men, supplementing with specific cellular antioxidants like coenzyme Q10 has been shown to directly improve sperm motility and reduce DNA damage within one cellular cycle, which is about 3 months. But lifestyle changes have limitations against the hard wall of age. That is where our technology must step in. We are living in the golden age of assisted reproductive technology. IVF, or in vitro fertilization, is no longer a fringe medical experiment. It is responsible for millions of births. Furthermore, pre-implantation genetic testing now allows clinicians to screen embryos for chromosomal normalcy before transfer, effectively bypassing the biological penalty of advanced maternal age. For those not ready to conceive, the proactive freezing of oocytes and sperm in a person's 20s or early 30s acts as a biological insurance policy. It freezes cellular time, allowing individuals to navigate the modern economic landscape without sacrificing their genetic future. The narrative surrounding modern fertility is often filled with doom or dismissive optimism. The reality is far more grounded. Infertility is not a personal failure. It is a predictable outcome of an evolutionary mismatch. We brought an ancient and fragile biological operating system into a high-speed, industrialized world. But unlike any species before us, we understand the mechanics of our own decline. Through deliberate metabolic health, environmental awareness, and the precise application of reproductive technology, the bottleneck can be bypassed. The data is clear. The tools exist. It's simply a matter of using them strategically.